Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? Still seems like the judge just doesn't get it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling. The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions. Smile.
I've never heard of them smiling. However,
Lions sneeze. What? Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. What?
you fool!
You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Mrs. Von Karma?
I object for objection, Shake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. 'Tis why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot! So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me what I said was true? Acro.
You can't mean fitness?
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
Murder weapon. The bus that the defense claims was used. If that was to be found in Acro's room, and it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
Bus. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why aren't you going to search his room?
It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Van Karma Total Justice.
Guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned.
Van Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put the point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them? Mr. Wright, no offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that.
Ugh. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems as if this case is coming to a close. The defense counter-argument looks to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Ugh.
Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its what does that say?
Lace? But I think that must be a typo, but I'm not sure for what.
Case.
Oh,
I
case.
think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. I mean case.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Aww.
Chewing on those burgers too hard. We need time to do what?
Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good job, luck. Good job, good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious? You can't just say that and have nothing to contribute? Maya!
She learned from you, Phoenix.
Taught her so well. Maybe too well. She knows how to bullshit too well to even me now. She's using it against me. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward.
I'm gonna take a quick save here for something.
Okay.
The murder weapon. Where's Max Bus now?
It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's in his wheelchair, isn't it? It's obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all.
And this is why I'm hearing this, because this is just too good a reaction to pass up, but it's gonna make us lose the case.
Okay. It's, what? Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not ready if I should say anything. Under your eyes,
Yeah.
Oh. What did you just say to me? That's a penalty. Ugh. What's that? You want a double? Here you go. Double? That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need for any time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the fact.
I just always love how he just was like, you wanna go? You wanna go? Here, take it twice!
You wanna fucking go?
Alright, it's...
I can ruin you, Mr. Wright, but go off, I guess. It's obvious. The bus is... Acro. I'm sorry to ask, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Fuck
sorry.
no.
Fuck no. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Where the fuck would he have room?
Once again, your penchant for human hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she found had found a murder weapon in the room, it would all have been over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Maybe. Actually, 2 of them.
2 of them.
Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. Now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma.
It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It doesn't matter now, no. It seems as we arrived at the truth. Acro.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper.
I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely, that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
What do you mean by that?
So you're saying that you are a victim in all this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case. Probably why the fandom doesn't like it. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me. Again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Yay!
This court is adjourned.
December 30, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 5. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Congratulations, Mr. Max.
So, thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
I'm just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault! It's all my fault!
I'm surprised you didn't interrupt them in the middle of the case.
It's a sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back! Now everyone's going to split up!
Regina.
Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean Acro? Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
He's not gonna do that, dear Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that.
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
Acro said that all the time to you, so I thought it'd work for me too.
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
But Bat,
That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know?
he is, huh? But now that Acro's been caught,
Uh-huh.
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh.
Amazing. Yay! I can't wait!
Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max?
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
Whose custody is this kid even in anymore?
Mo.
Who? That's a good question. Mo's right, sweetie pie. Can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry.
Max.
Nick! It seems like everything's gonna turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus in the world has ever seen. You're gonna take me, right?
If you pay. We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
I like how you just gave up on those last
Yes. I see what made the case.
just like you thought. Yes.
That's
Oh.
going by on its own.
You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the chief prosecutor's office.
Yes, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's the boyfriend.
His shoulders are as broad as ever.
And that is the end of the third case. And now, so, I kind of just realized this juxtaposition, which is funny. Third case of the second game, kind of generally considered the worst by the fandom. Fourth case of the second game, generally considered the best by the fandom. But anyway, yeah, I can see why most people dislike it. I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah, to be honest, the case itself wasn't very good either, to be honest. Like the mystery in it, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And the characters were, yeah.
Yeah, it was largely the characters that I feel really brought it down, and like as far as the story goes, I actually like it. I kind of like it, but it's kind of hard to really get invested in the more emotional aspects of it when the characters are so annoying and none of them are really taking it seriously.
Yeah.
But like as I mentioned at the beginning of this case, there is one thing, however, that this case does that I really appreciate it, and it's in regards to Regina Berry. One thing that I really, really despise, and if any of you saw my I Am Setsuna playthrough, you'll know about this, but I really, really hate it when any character, but it usually only happens with stupid bug. It usually only happens with female characters, but they sort of portray being really ignorant and being really oblivious as quote unquote pure and innocent. And they perpetuate this idea that being like that is a good thing and that it's a desirable thing.
Mm.
But this case sort of showed how no, that can actually be very harmful, not just to other people, but to the person themselves. That really isn't a thing that should be encouraged. And one of the reasons that sort of idea is encouraged so much, especially in women, is because the idea of innocence is sort of something I would say even sexually attractive to people, which is really creepy and not good. So it's kind of
I guess
weird.
because it's easy to take advantage of it. And I mean, like in this case, like yeah, so many people were attracted to Regina, but like it was only really I mean one person fucking almost died because of it. I mean,
Yeah,
it not a good thing.
it's not. But yeah, that's why I say, and like I know that's probably a small thing in comparison to all the bad things in this case, but that's just such a rampant problem in all media that the fact that they kind of turned it on its head, I really appreciate.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, honestly. Like that's something we can appreciate.
Yeah. But all that said, thank you to Fabrizi and Shadow who weren't able to finish with us, but hopefully they'll be in some other cases. And thank you, Stan, for joining throughout the entire thing.
You're welcome. It was really fun. I really liked doing it. I hope I can join again sometime too.
Of course, definitely. Well, see you
Nice.
guys on the next case.
Goodbye.
Is anyone still here? Time to go home, children.
I remember who this is. It's Sensei.
Gotcha. Duh. Duh. Uh.
I really don't like how they changed the art for this version. I prefer it how it was before. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I don't think I've seen I think I might have seen the original. 'Cause like I said, I saw like 5 minutes of a Let's Play, and I don't remember being this put off by the art, so I must have been wrong.
Yeah. I wonder why they changed the art for the worse. Is that like her boob? Like
Yep.
above? Why? Okay. I already hate shirt pockets, but like I hate boob pockets on like anime, but it's even worse when it's at an odd angle.
I just wanted to join in on all the fun you guys seem to be having. How's the cleanup coming along?
Well, considering that this pixels look like some some floorboards are coming out of the ground. It looks pretty bad.
Like, look at the art. Look at the pixel art there for like the portrait. That looks so much better than the
Yeah.
ones they're giving us.
Like, if they didn't have these like stand-ins, I would be totally okay with just the image above the nameplate.
Same.
Marco, there were stand-ins in the original PSP version, but I feel like the art was better than this. Or or the PSP version was updated art, and this is a port of the original art? I have no idea. Miss Yui.